Okay, so if you go to queries, you'll see it on the left panel.
Mm-hmm.
All right, click on that. Okay, and then you do new query.
It's just basically for sprint planning, innit?
Yeah, you want to run a query so that you're able to see anything on your approved board. So we want to run a query for that. So work item type would be product backlog item.
Yeah, yeah.
No, the feed is okay. Work item, that's fine.
The value changed.
Yes. So you have to pick product backlog item there. Okay, and then the state also, the value for the state. State
I
is okay
think,
for the field, yeah. So the value will be approved column because that's where all the story
yeah.
that you want to estimate, that's where they are. And then if you add another clause, okay,
You select
let
your
that
team.
be, yeah, area path so that you're able to pick your team.
Area path.
Yeah. So the value, go and pick your team for the value.
Highlight
No,
team.
no, the one at the bottom.
Okay, always on at the bottom, yeah.
Mhm.
What? Do you mind me asking why that one?
Because that's the one that says at area. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so let's run the query.
DJ press play.
Yeah. Okay, so is there no story in your approved column?
For my board, I think we done our plan yesterday. We moved some about.
Ah, okay, so that's why. Do leave. We've not saved it. Don't worry, just leave. Okay, see, that's why it didn't run anything because there are no stories. So on a particular day, when before your sprint planning, definitely you will have stories in approved because those are the stories that are in the approved column are what you want to uh
Approved.
estimate and commit into the sprint. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we
So
done yesterday.
yeah. So at it being you have stories in the approved column, while we run the query, it will bring up all the stories that you have in the approved column for you. And that's the one you
Mhm.
save. So because there's nothing there now, there's nothing to save. Yeah.
Mhm.
So okay, I don't know. As all the teams have their sprint planning done, every of the four teams, or do we still have any team maybe planning to do it today or tomorrow? Because until you
My
have a story, yeah, go ahead.
uh, my one we've done it. We've
Mm,
committed yesterday for product backlog items. We're waiting 5 more, basically from the BAs,
okay,
and then
okay,
once their ones is ready, then we're gonna run that one as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously when you were doing your estimation, you couldn't do it on the planning poker. Were you able to use the estimation poker to do it?
Where you pick the Fibonacci numbers and that. Yeah, we've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So how were you able to do it with the without a query?
No, we've done it by using you mean what we just done now basically on the query, innit?
Yeah, you know when you're on your when you're trying to set up your estimation board, it's gonna ask you for to pick either query or I've forgotten the other one. So I didn't were able to run those query. We save it on your shared, we save it under shared queries. When you're on your estimation poker board, you're able to pick it up from there. And it would show you all the stories that you have in the approved column. And once you've done it, you saved it, it's real time. Any story that is moved into that will be showing on the estimation poker when you pick on query. So it's not something you have to be doing all the time, running queries all the time. Once it's
Okay.
done, it's there. Once there are stories in that column, you will have something to pick up when you come to your estimation poker board.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you do um start a game here, I'll show you why we needed to do that query. Just pick it. We won't save it. We can delete. We can as well delete it.
Where do you want me to go?
Where you have start your game here.
Start your
No,
game.
on the top
Okay,
right.
sorry, yeah. Click it, yeah.
Okay. So this is how you create your estimation board. You put the the round title would be maybe sprint 3
Yeah.
estimation, yeah. And
Yeah, we
then
did this
definitely
yesterday.
it's
I
gonna
remember
be
now.
online. So where you have the work items, that's where you pick on query.
I
So if
think
you
here yesterday we put sprint 2, for example.
yeah,
But let me just spell it wrong so I don't mess my thing up. And then we
okay.
selected query, I think.
Yeah, query. And even we have a query. Right now, we don't have a query, but why we wanted to do that query is because if we picked on query, and then you
We
can
can
see
do the
the
estimation.
where you have select query, in that box where you have select query.
Yeah, shared
Yeah, and
queries.
even we've saved whatever query. If we've been able to run that query, if we put it on shared queries, we're able to pick it from here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
once you pick that, and then the card would be, you won't pick default. You want to pick you'll be able to select your card from the drop down also.
Mm-hmm.
Select Fibonacci from the drop down also.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, been.
Okay.
Do we
And
always do is Fibonacci the main one that they always use, and is that the same in the workplace as well?
depends on the team, but Fibonacci is the most common one you find out there that people are using.
Okay.
Some use t-shirt sizing, depends on different teams, but Fibonacci is more common, especially
Okay.
for agile teams. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Perfect.
for security, you might want to set some security in place. Like if you are the Scrum Master creating it, yeah, you
Yeah.
don't want other team members who are on the board to be revealing
Messing it up.
the cards before the other team members. So you might want to enable that if you just turn it on. So with that, you as the creator, you're the only one that can reveal the cards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the second one says only creator or admin of the assigned team project can end. Okay. So that's another one that is up to you. You might decide to turn that on also so that somebody doesn't mistakenly end the session while you're having it. And
Mm-hmm.
then you can leave that other one out so that maybe by the time somebody picked a number and then there's been a discussion and the person decide, oh, okay, so with the discussion my team members had, I think the number I picked is too big or too small, I want to change it. So you're
Yeah.
giving them the opportunity to be able to edit the game. So you might leave that off. And once you've set the game, I know that well, they call it a game, but really it's just estimation. Once you set it, you do create, and then it creates the session. So it's something you can set before the sprint planning, and it's
Yeah.
saved there on the board, on the dashboard there. So on the
On
day
the
you
day
want to
you want
use
to
it,
use it. I'm sorry, I have a question real quick.
okay.
Okay. Yes, is it possible?
Sorry, before you ask your question, your name.
I'm Victoria. I'm part of the Scrum Masters.
Okay, it's just because I saw iPhone. I just want to know who is talking.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
No
Yeah,
problem.
so real quick, I wanted to know if it's possible for us to record this session.
It's being recorded.
Oh, okay. All right, perfect. Thank you. I'm sorry I didn't see it.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
No, it's recorded, Victoria. Don't worry, it's recorded.
Okay, so once you do create, you can save it there. And then on the day of the sprint planning, all you do is tell everyone, you can share the what is it called with them, the URL,
Mm-hmm.
as so that they can have easy access to it, because for every team creating their own board, everything will be added here. Like if Twilight, you have yours. As you can see, there was a time where you press on something, you were seeing different I think under query, you're seeing different queries and all that. So it won't be just your team alone. All the other project teams also, their session that they create would be on this board. So it's better to open it up, share the link with your team. That gives them easy access to it on time. And then the people
Yeah.
that will be joining definitely will be your developer and your QAs, because they are the ones that are going to do the estimates.
Estimation. Yep.
Yeah. and then they're able to run it. So that's how you use your planning Poker page to run your estimation. But definitely, like I said, you need your query so that once you set it with the query you've the filtering for the query that you've saved, you're able to see all the stories you have on your approved column, because that's what you're going to run your query with.
Perfect.
And then the next one you just have, you don't need to run any query anymore. All you do is just to come on this board, whatsoever name you've used to save the query, you pick it. Any story, any user story that is inside that column will be displayed for you.
Perfect.
Okay, so do we have any questions?
Thank you.
Yeah, Ade, are you clear now?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Thanks, Mohammed, for allowing us to use you as the driver for this.
No problem.
Anyone else? Do we have any issue we want to talk about? Anyone?
Hi, Moji.
Hi, I continue.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you very much. Please, I'm having issue with Jira. I've not really gotten it, especially how to create CV. So I want to know maybe you'll be able to put me through here.
Is it how to create CV or how to create your user story for your CV?
Yes, how to create my story for my CV.
Okay, so do you want to share your screen?
Okay.
So while Akintunde is sharing his screen, Akintunde, what's your team? What team are you in?
Platinum.
Platinum. Okay, so any other Scrum Masters in Platinum here? Anyone else? Akintunde, do you know the other Scrum Masters in your team?
They are here, Moji.
Yes.
They don't want to talk. They are
That's
here.
why I'm asking Akintunde to point them out. So who are your team members?
Yes, I used to speak with John Abdi, though they be putting me through because my work I usually work 2 to 10, so it's been making me to lag behind. But of recent, I've been on leave, so I'll be able to follow. But I've not been able to catch up with the Jira board. It's somehow abstract to me, so that's why I'm using this opportunity to maybe to get to know
No
it better.
problem.
Yeah.
John is here, so share your screen and John will put you through. I'm sure John has done his own story, so he should be able to put you through. Vivian, you have your hands up.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Okay.
Yes, I have my hands up. I'm just going to say, well, you've gone on to the Jira. I just wanted,
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
who was the person that shared screen for the Twilight team?
That was
Mohammed.
Yes, Mohammed, the hand. You know, Mohammed, Abdi was coming to my mouth. I didn't want to say it before you accuse me again, you know. So, Mohammed, I just wanted you to save to do what Moji showed you just now and save it. So you have it for your sprint planning going forward. You know?
They don't have a story. They don't have stories under approved column. That's why he couldn't do it.
Yeah, because we done a sprint planning yesterday.
Oh, okay. Apologies. I didn't hear that.
But what Moji was saying is if you have it in the right column, yeah, for your PBIs, then you can do it. But because we done that yesterday, there was none there. So when we run the query, there's nothing in there. Do you get it? But if you literally
I know. I just wanted you to save the query. That was all. But you couldn't do that. Yeah. So once it's saved, then you can always use it without having to create it all over again.
Oh, okay.
That was all. Okay. That's all, Moji. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Vivian. Thanks. All right, John.
Hello.
Today has called a friend. Help him. Tell him how to create a story.
Okay. I pray I remember clearly. So okay, to create a story on the Jira board, we focus on the epics. So from each epic, you can create a story under each epic. So if you can click on one of the epics, So one of them is creation of CV. I think okay, creation of CV. Yeah, if you can click on
Down.
epics.
No, on
No,
the right
no.
side.
Okay.
No, right side.
No. This epic where you can see versions
Where you see
and
CV
epics.
creation.
CV creation.
On the left.
So, is it at the top or down?
Yes, you can see
Yeah.
CV creation.
No,
No.
right, just a little bit. No, just say, you see where it says search backlog? Underneath it. Down,
Search.
Backlog,
down.
search backlog.
And then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. No,
and then a little bit
beside
to the
it
left. You see where it says
epics.
versions and epics?
Epics.
Okay, Epic. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Perfect.
Click on it. Okay, those are the epics we have.
All right.
So yeah, we can under each epic, you
Okay.
can you have the you have the you can create your own stories under these epics. So
Okay.
click on that. Let me see if I can remember correctly now.
No, the other arrow next to the review. You see the
No. Okay, yeah. Next to the review, this arrow.
left. No, left.
Le-
You see the yeah,
Yes.
there.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then you click
Issues.
create issue and epic. Down.
Creation Epic.
Yeah. That's it. Click on
All
that.
right.
So it will show you if it's a story. So when you want to create an issue, we have
Yes.
different types of issues. So on the
Okay.
drop down, you can come up to the drop down. Yeah, but we are creating stories. But
Yeah.
alternatively, you have the opportunity to create a bug or an epic
Okay.
or whatever. Those are the options. But basically, we are
Okay.
sticking to a story. So come
Okay.
to the title. No, not there. No, just leave it. Click out.
Okay.
So so in the summary,
Yes.
yeah, you just you populate the summary with whatever the title of your epic is. So
Okay.
you can say you can use CV creation.
Oh,
I
You
think
can
okay.
this
put your
one is
name,
review.
But
CV.
The
Okay, is it
epic, the
Yeah,
epic.
CV review in
okay?
capital and then your name.
But put your name CV review and put your name. No,
okay.
CV review. No. Put
No.
CV review first, and then
All
put your
capital
name.
letters.
Yeah.
No, all capital letters, everything capital.
All right.
So yeah. So just in case in a situation that where you want to create more more stories, or
Yes.
probably then you can click create another issue. But in this
Okay.
in this particular situation, just
Yes.
press create. No, just press create.
All right.
Yeah.
Because you're only creating one.
Yeah, that will just create one story.
That's why.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
it. Yeah. And
All right. Yeah. Thank you
and
very much.
you can after creating I think you can also what's it called?
Sign it to yourself.
You can you can assign it to yourself, assign to me.
Assign to me. Okay.
Yeah, automatically
Thank you.
assigns
And
to
then
you.
you got to do your story points, innit?
Yeah, you can do your story points. How complex, like it's that similar to how we operate Azure DevOps. So
Okay.
you choose how yeah, in creating the CV, how long would it take you? I mean the effort that it will take if it's like 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, there's 5, and as you can use the Fibonacci
Fibonacci
sequence as
numbers.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sequence numbers.
numbers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Otherwise, you
scroll
mess up your
down. You can
numbers.
scroll down. You can scroll down or up. Sorry,
Down,
and a bit down. Then
little bit more, and then story points.
Yeah, story
story
points.
point.
Where you have none, yeah, you just put.
Click
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, click it.
Okay.
Then go up and down. Yeah, click it. Then you can see 1, 2, yeah, 3.
Okay.
But this is different. There is no 4 in Fibonacci, but you can just
Yeah.
choose something
2.
relevant. Yeah.
We
Okay.
use 2 or
choose
3,
2.
yeah?
All right, thank you.
Are you comfortable with that? I know you're good, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So for every epic, you can create your story and you can
All right.
create epics. But at the top, there is another way you can go about it. At the top, you see
Okay.
create. At the top of the
Yeah.
screen. No, top of the screen. Yeah, that is
Okay.
another create epic. That is
Yes.
if you want to create epic. But at the top there,
Okay. Yeah.
if you click on it, if you click on create, then you can create a story there. But you
Okay.
need
Okay.
to
Okay.
then you need to link it to the epic so that the story wouldn't just stand on its own.
On its own. Okay.
Yeah. So if you create something there, then you need to make sure that it is
I
linked.
link it.
Yeah,
Okay.
to
How do I link it?
relevant epic. I think let me see. It's been a while I've done that, but yeah, if you okay, let's create. Let me see the other. If you can click out of this, if you can click out, yeah, click.
Yeah.
I want to see something relevant we can create and then link it to the epic. We might
You can close that, you can close that, you can press X on that.
yeah,
This.
just close it,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then just come up, click out
No,
of it
no,
anyway.
don't create yet. I want to find out what
Yeah, I'm trying to close. Okay, where can I close this?
Anywhere that's
just
out.
click out. Yeah,
there,
click out.
Okay.
there.
Is it not responding?
Sorry, it's kind of not responding.
Okay, what do we do there? Come down, scroll down. I think scroll. No, not that. The one inside the new
This.
Yeah. Let's see. How do
Where
we?
it says select epic link, I think.
Yeah, so you can select
Okay.
epic link there.
Okay.
See, epic link. So you can easily. I'm just saying this is an alternative to creating.
Okay.
Yeah, you can create a story, a bug, or whatever, and
Yes.
still link it to an epic, so that the story
Okay.
is not just,
All right. Maybe I can just quickly, if it's not going, maybe I should try to put something and then create.
No. Let me ask. No, we can cancel this.
Yes.
It is not a must to create anything.
Through your epic link, you can pick one of the epics that you want to create also.
Yeah, but if we don't want to
Okay.
create anymore, what do we click here? Just
For
click
it to
create
disappear.
again. Go to create again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, it's gone.
okay, that's fine.
Yeah, then you can close it. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much. That's well understood.
All right.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Muji.
All right, you're welcome, Akitunde. Vivian,
Yeah.
you have your hands up.
No, I don't have my hands up. I'm just clapping for the
Oh,
lecturers.
okay.
Well done, guys.
All right, thank you so much. Thanks, John and Mohammed, for assisting Akitunde with that.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay, any other issue we want to discuss?
Anyone else got issues?
Anyone else? No one? All right, let's yeah, go ahead, John.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Go on. Sorry, it's been solved. Okay.
Hi. Good
Hi,
evening.
Albert.
I'm Albert with Magnum. Adi was talking about our own the issue we're having with running our queries online. Sorry, it took a while for me to get my system on point. So now, if it's okay, can I share my screen so that we can see how we can?
Do you have stories in approved column?
Yes, we have two
Okay.
stories in approved.
Oh, good.
So
all right, let's use your team then to show the others how it is.
Okay, so
OG.
Yes, Mohammed.
As you're doing it now with Albert, yeah, are you gonna do it from the beginning, yeah, so everybody else can take note, including myself as well, in case they
Yeah,
forgot any steps. So you're gonna do it from the
because
beginning.
I've shown you the steps, you will be Mohammed's helper. Sorry, you will be Albert's helper.
No, I'm saying so everyone can know because me, what is with my Scrum Masters, I've been focusing on the Jira board more than the Azure. So we
Okay.
literally meant to switch over this sprint. So I'm literally learning as I go along now. I
Yes,
remember those stuff from yesterday that I just done now with you earlier. So yeah.
yes, definitely.
So this is us when I clicked on queries, and these are the two items we have that are unapproved.
Okay. Did you go to the query board?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's
So have you saved it? Have you saved this
Save what?
query?
This was when I clicked on queries. This was where, and then okay, let me just go back.
Yeah, because we want to start from
Yeah, if you go to
the
your
beginning so that
board.
everybody can see what you're doing.
So board queries. So this
Okay, so
is
you have a query already. Okay, run a query. Run a query, don't worry. New query. Sorry, not run. Create a new one. New query. Okay, do you know how to? Oh, okay. Well done.
so this should be PBI. State will be approved. And then sorry, this is where
Another class.
okay. So this would be
Mohammed, you're supposed to be putting him through.
Sorry. All right, then hold on 1 second. That one's meant to be active.
Area path.
Sorry, area path. Sorry. That other one's approved area path. And then no. Leave that one. Next one. And then you click Magnum by the bottom one, not the top one, the bottom one. Yeah.
okay.
Okay. And then now you go
Run.
query.
yeah, press play DJ, run query. And then those are your two PBIs
Yeah, that's on our
that you had
current
in a
approved board.
Okay, so do you want to save it? Save
click
your
save.
query.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the name of your team?
Magnum.
Okay, so you can say Magnum approved PBIs. Okay, don't save yet, don't save.
No.
Take it to shared, where you have folder, go and put
Yeah.
it on the shared queries.
Okay.
All right, save it. Because if you save on your my query, yeah, it's only open to you. You are the only one that can see it. So when you go on your
Okay, and
estimation board, you
since
won't be
I
able to
came
pick
in
it.
with the admin, that means only like the admin that can see it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you want to put it on shared so that it can
Okay.
show when you go to your estimation board. So you've run
Okay.
your query now, you've saved it. Yeah. So
Mhm.
now let's go to the estimation board. The green one.
Green.
So estimation poker.
Yes, please. Okay, Mohammed will talk you through.
Let me try to remember this. I've only done this once yesterday. I think
Okay. Anybody? Can anybody?
I think it's start your game here. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, online.
Online,
second
yeah.
second one,
we
click
can
query.
delete it afterwards. Don't worry. So yeah.
Query,
Okay.
and then select
Select
query, click
query,
that.
shared queries,
Queries.
and then Magnum approved PBIs.
And then down. Go back to
What
that
was
again.
that? Ah,
Query, slide down.
okay.
Okay, select cards. Hold
So
on. Yeah,
false
click select cards.
cards,
The
Fibonacci.
Fibonacci, no, yeah. And then
Yeah.
1 second. And then the
What
top,
is it?
that
I
the
think
first
it's
one,
okay.
the security,
Yeah.
put that on. Second one,
We
put it
create
on.
an admin of the assigned project can end. Yeah.
And then yeah. The last one you leave it. Leave that on, leave that on.
Okay.
You
And
press
then we create.
yeah. And the reason why we do that is so no one else can be playing with your stuff, only you, the Scrum Master. You can press create now.
Yeah. Well, my system is low and come on.
Scroll down, scroll down.
That's Phil.
It's because you've not put the title.
Title.
That's why.
Yeah.
Wow.
Give it any
Sprint,
title.
sprint free or something.
Strength, 3, 3.
Yeah, just
3.
leave it at that.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so that's it. That's why I said you can save it even before you need it. So by the time you need it, all you need to click on is the title, Magnum Sprint 3. If you click on it, it will open up.
Open it.
Okay. So, and this shows that there are 2 items there.
As you can see,
Total
those are
130.
the 2 from the
Pending
query.
estimates.
Yeah. So the more you put on that board, you don't need to run another query. Real time,
Okay.
it will be showing inside here.
Okay.
Okay. So open it up.
Okay.
Let's see what we have there. Open the title from the title, Magnum Sprint 3.
Okay.
Make it there, yeah.
Okay, so you can see those are the 2 stories you have inside your approved.
Yes.
Click on.
Click on any one of them. Okay, and that's your it will show you the story also. Let's see. I think this is the one that doesn't show the story. No, at the
I
top.
was,
Scroll
I
up.
was just about, I was about to say that one because I can't
Yeah.
see story.
Okay, so this estimation poker doesn't show the story. All right. You know what?
Yeah.
Leave this round.
Yeah.
Leave the round, and let's pick the other one. Yeah, pick the other one.
Okay.
The one that says estimate, so that you're using the right one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we used
This one
estimate
will
last
give
time.
you the description and the acceptance criteria. So create a session here. Okay, so you can see that's your team. Your team has done one already.
Yes. This was, I think, for our first sprint, but we are now like
So you don't need another.
confused
You don't need to run query all the time. If you open this one now, or if you create, you can create another session, but you don't need to be creating query all the time.
Okay.
Once you've done the query and you've saved it, you see that it's
These
the
are
same
the 2
story.
items.
Yeah,
They are
it's
there.
real time. So any story you have in your approved, because you've done a query and you've saved it, any board you create, you'll be creating different estimate board for each sprint. Okay, what you don't need to do all the time is to be doing the queries all the time. As you can see, it's real time. Those stories you have unapproved now, they are showing inside.
Yeah,
and if you
how
click
come-
one
sorry,
of
what
them,
of the
Sorry,
how
Moji, how
come
come
the
those
one, the title is not showing that sprint 3, Magnum Sprint 3? How come query, how come that is not showing here in this estimate?
no, it won't, because you created it on different estimate board now. The first
Okay.
estimation we did was on
Okay.
estimate poker.
Okay.
This one is just estimate. So there are 2 different features.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Okay, so you will see the description. If there is a description under the story, you will see where you have description. So assuming you come to your you want to do estimate, and any of the either the QAs or the developers, they've forgotten the description of the story, they can actually read it before the vote.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
But
Just to remind themselves what the story is all about.
Okay.
But the way we done Moji was a bit different, you know.
Okay.
Our one, it just shows us the story description and the acceptance criteria. We just read through it together as a team, and then we
Mhm.
scroll down and then we pick the number. But I think when we done our thing, we didn't do the poker one. I think we done the normal one.
Oh, you did yours with the poker one. Are you able to see the description and the acceptance
No,
criteria?
no, I'm saying I don't think we done poker. Let me just check
Okay,
my.
yeah. I think the poker one won't show you the description and the acceptance criteria, while this one will show you.
Should I just share my screen quickly then so everyone can just kind of see?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I think everyone owes me
Okay,
Chinese.
sorry, Mohammed. Albert, are you cleared now?
Yes, I am. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Mm. I'm not saying it. Hold on. What's up? What there? Hold on, let me just check. I don't know end session.
So do you know, can anybody tell us why Mohammed is not seeing anything? Anyone? Hi, Adi.
Because there's no story on approved.
Apart from, okay, so yeah, there's no story on approved, but that normally that session should have been recorded. Okay, yeah, you're right actually, because you can see it's saying select a work item, and because there's no work item in your approved. And also, Mohammed, did you run a query using the approved column?
Yeah,
Did your team run? Okay, so it's because then that there's no story in there. That's why you're not seeing anything.
perfect.
Yeah.
Let me check my board quickly.
So you
Yeah,
can see your approved column has nothing inside it. That's why it's not. It has nothing to pick. So your query works, your estimation board and all that, they work with real time. Something has to be in that column for
so
you
you
to
see,
have something to display.
so you know how we done our sprint planning yesterday, emoji, yeah, and it was
Yes.
approved. Now that the QAs, not the QAs, sorry, the BAs are gonna approve more PBIs. Once it's an approved, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you need to run query again, or it would
No, you don't. Once
it automatically goes there.
you've run the query before, isn't it? And you saved it. Did you use the approved column to run your query?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
and
just
it would
like we saw with
automatically do it.
Albert right now, where he showed us he went into the sprint and we could see the story, the two stories they have in approved.
Yeah,
Yeah. You know, he didn't have to run another query. It was
yeah,
based on the query that has been done before, that they've run before. That's why we're able to see those two stories that are in the approved column. So
okay.
if more stories are added by the BO into the approved column after reviewing it for the BA, the
Yeah,
more you will see on your estimate board,
perfect.
or or on your query.
Perfect.
If there are no stories there, just like yours right now, it won't
Yeah,
bring anything up. So it's gone to filter for it, and it can't find anything, and that's why it came back empty, saying select a work item.
yeah, I get that now. Thank you.
Okay.
Hope everyone else gets that as well.
Okay. Anyone? Okay, so let's start with your team, Twilight. Let's just look at but let's go to your sprint.
Nah, you want to show them? I don't want to show off.
You don't want to
I don't want to show off. I don't want to feel like I'm bragging. We've been doing lots of work.
go to the sprint.
Which one do you want me to go to?
Okay, before you go to the sprint, scroll to the right. Let's see how your board is, how things are working on your board.
Come on. The board is looking healthy. Look.
Okay, well done.
So a done column.
So go to your sprint.
We're
The
doing
green one,
sprint.
just click down on the green one.
Hold on, sorry.
Okay, open it up. It's because it's closed at the bottom. You can open it up also. Those two arrows at the bottom will open up that side for you so that you're able to pick up. At the bottom of where you are, there are
Yeah.
two arrows here. Click on it. Okay, so you
Okay.
can pick your sprint now.
Sprint.
Yes.
Ew.
Okay, so this is your sprint. Okay. All right, so Femi's task. Who is Femi in your team?
Our developer.
Okay, so make sure your developers are putting dev beside their title so that we know that that's the developer's task. Right now, if I don't ask, yeah, I wouldn't know who Femi is. But
You
if
mean there, yeah?
the name is there, but I don't know who the person is. I
Okay,
have
so
to
they should
ask. But at the title, you know where he puts create T and C page. If he does dev hyphen and that put the title, I will know that's the developer's task. Do you understand?
Okay, so here edit it and then basically put dev for him.
Yeah, you can, but let him also know so that he's able to do it the next time.
Should I put dev after or before?
Before in front.
Okay. I think if I do one, then he'll get the gist.
Yes, and then maybe during the stand-up, we can just tell him to do the others. Dev hyphen.
Like that, yeah?
Yeah, put a dash in beside just in front of it. No, not slash, dash.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so if that is in front of all his stories, then we will know, oh, that's the developer's task done. Yeah. And then if you look at it, I know you have you had your DSU today, your daily stand-up today. Your QAs have not created their own task yet.
No, what it was today was basically when we done the sprint planning yesterday, the developer and the BA is supposed to have a meeting, and we're literally when we had our daily stand up night, they said they're sorting it out today, so by tomorrow the QA is gonna assign it to themselves and start working.
Okay, on it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, scroll down. Let's look at the other stories that you have. Okay. So those two that are into do they belong to the developer also?
Saint Olua Femi, yeah.
Okay, so they've not been estimated in hours. So that means there's every possibility that the ones he's taking to done also were not estimated in hours.
How many are in done? Let me just see one.
That would be him. So what you do to stories is you estimate your stories in story points effort. With the task, you estimate them in hours. How many hours is it going to take me to do this? How many hours is it going to take me to do this particular task? They need to do that. Because once you don't do that, your capacity charts will not show
When you say
anything.
they need to do that, do you mean the developer or do you mean everyone?
No, the developer. When it comes to the story, you do it together. Because not just one person is working on the story. The developer is going to work on the story. The QA is going to work on the story. But when it comes to the task, that is an individual thing. One person carrying out an activity. So it's just that person that creates that particular task that is going to estimate it in hours. That this is the hour it's going to take me. I'm estimating that it's going to take me to do this particular task.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
So is that not part of sprint planning and the
Yes, it's because he said they didn't there were more clarity to do. That was why.
Yeah.
But all this should have been done as part of your sprint plan. Okay, so it's two ways you go about it. Some team would during the sprint plan, once you've committed everything to sprints, they come on this board, the the developer assigns the story to themselves. If you definitely you will have more than one developer. So they would assign the story to themselves. I'm taking this, you take this, and all that. They collaborate together to do that. The QAs also do the same thing, and then they create their task and leave their task in to do. They estimate it in hours. They put it inside the task itself, and then they leave it. And they start, once they start working, they start working. Yeah, so that was, initially I did check with Mohammed now to say that, okay, the developer has done the work. Why don't we have the testers or the QA's task on the board? And he explained that there were more clarity that was needed between the developer and the BA. Now that has been sorted and it has been discussed at the DSU, now the QAs can create their own what is it called, their own task. Just make sure they estimate it in hours, because that would help them going forward. If they have similar tasks to work on, they will be able to know that, oh, okay, I worked on something similar in sprint 3 and I actually estimated 5 hours, but at the end of the day it took me 3 hours. That is how they get better with their estimation, using experience.
I remember somebody saying that yesterday from the last sprint. Even when we was doing our estimations for the last sprint, people was picking some high numbers, and then the developers, because people were just picking the numbers thinking it was ours, but that one is regarding for effort.
Yeah.
So now, like when we was doing the sprint plan yesterday, it's like everyone's picking around the same sort of number. So it's like everyone's
because
on
now
the
they are
same.
getting the experience. They've gone through the environment. They now know how it is. So that's how they get better with estimation. Okay. All right. So let's look at your dashboard.
What do you want to look at? Everything here?
Yeah, it's a workshop. So just checking things generally, that the bodies, this is what you do as Scrum Masters, and that's why we're doing it as part of the workshop. Yeah. So it's not just
100%.
me reviewing your board.
No, Moji, I'm playing jokes with you.
I know. Is it not Mohammed? I know.
Where do you say I should go?
Your dashboard overview. Dashboard. Underneath overview, you'll find your dashboard.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so you're in sprint 3, yeah? All right, you've not updated your dashboard.
No, I think we was waiting for the rest of those PBIs, and then we're just gonna update it one time.
Don't worry, even when you don't, this is another real time. So no matter how much you wait, when it's added is when it will show you on the board.
Okay. So how do we update this one then to sprint?
Okay, go to the 3 ellipses on your right.
On my right.
The right of that chart. No, that particular chart. Yeah, is there on the right top corner. Go up. Yeah. Click on it. Configure. Change the title. Just change it 2 to 3. Okay, let's come down, scroll down.
Whoa. I want to cancel that. Scroll down.
Okay, so you didn't use add criteria. Click on where you have add criteria. That would help you.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so select the field you're looking for your iteration path.
What path? Illustration.
Iteration path. Yeah, if you scroll down, you'll find it there. Okay, so value, go and pick your sprint.
3.
3, okay, scroll down. Okay, set your date. So when did you start? Yesterday was 24.
19.
Oh, was it not yesterday you started the sprint?
Sorry. So it was yesterday.
Yeah, so that will be 24.
24th.
Yeah, so
24th.
click on 24. Then go to the end date.
6th of
So you'll
August.
be ending
Sunday.
on Sunday the
6th of August.
yes. Okay, so let's go and pick August. August, you're still in July.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you can see he's brought it. And then at the advanced search, you want to click show completed work.
Lovely.
Okay, I don't think you set your board as a result. That's a new thing that Azure added. Don't worry, just do save. Okay, so that's your sprint 3 burn down chart set. You can see that the 2 days that you have is what you have there. Nothing has been completed. You can see that, and then it's saying 4 backlog. So that's what you committed to sprint. Okay, so and what this chart is displaying for you is the work item. That is what you've used to set it, not your story point. Okay, so you can configure it with your story points. You can configure it with your backlog item, which are the stories. So it's up to you what you want to configure it with.
Okay, quick question here for me and everyone here. I know a lot of people probably want to know, but they don't want to ask. Yeah, but this says burn down, and then that says burn up. Yeah. What is the difference between both of them? I'm guessing
it's just what the name says. So the burn down is burning down, is going from up to down. Yeah. Okay. The burn down line, which is the gray one, you're not seeing it right now because nothing is burning down yet. A gray line will be going from up to down, while your burn up is burning from the bottom up. So normally you have people using the burn up to monitor the backlog rather than the sprint. To say we have this number of stories in the backlog. How many are we working? How many have we worked on? So it's burning up. While it's just what the name says. So the other one is going from burn down is going from up down, like I said, and then the burn up is burning from the bottom up. But the one you want to use to monitor the progress of your team during a sprint is your burn down chart.
This one, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so you have other charts on your board. Let's see. Scroll down.
Yeah, we got burnt down.
Yeah, that's another burn down, sprint burn down chart. The one on your, the third one from the first from the second row. If you go down, that's another type of burn down. Yes. So while this is not showing you anything, is because this works with your capacity. So if your QAs and developers are not putting any estimates to their task, that chart won't really show much. Yeah. So it works more with, because what that is trying to say is it works with your capacity. You see that dotted green line you see?
Yeah.
That is your capacity, the team's capacity. So if you hover over it from the first day, the total capacity for the sprint, you'll see there at the start from the 24th, the first one, 24th. Go to the beginning of 24th, okay? So that 130, you see, that is the team's capacity. The total capacity for your team for the sprint. That's what you have there. So if they start creating their task and they are putting the estimated hours, it's going to take them to work. You will see a block on this chart also. So you won't see anything on this chart until they start estimating their task.
Perfect.
Yeah. So that's why that's empty kind of. And then the more it goes down, you can see the capacity will be going down.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and then this little one also not showing anything. You can see the one that says 0 of 130 hours. That is your capacity chart.
Okay, this one here.
Yeah, and why it's showing blank also is because even though 4 story is in progress, which could be the one that your developer has taken to done. He didn't estimate them at all, and that's why you can see 0 of 130 hours. So if I'm looking at this little chart, I'm saying, okay, so they have 130 hours. We're in the second day of sprints, and they've not done anything, but you've done something. But because they didn't record the hours it took them to do the task they've done, that's why we can't see anything on that chart. So when you meet with them tomorrow, you need to tell them, once the QA starts creating their story, that they need to estimate it in hours, their task, and then the developer also, for the ones he's done, there's nothing you can do about that. But the ones that are still pending is to do, if we can estimate those ones in hours, so that at least it shows. And then going forward, they need to do that. So don't worry, everything is about continuous improvement. So you get to improve as you go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah. All right, do we have any other team that wants to show their board, so that we can just look at the way your board is? And Scrum Masters, these are the things you need to look at. This is you monitoring the board now. So it's not just facilitating the meetings. This is you monitoring the board to make sure your board talks to you. Yeah, as a Scrum Master, it gives you information about the team. Okay, by the little things we're able to see right now, you can see 1 or 2 things that you can gain just looking at your board. And with that, you're able to help the team, support them to make sure that they are using the process properly.
Okay, this is Dynamite. Maybe after Dynamite, we'll share ours as well.
Okay. All right, Dynamite.
Yeah, this
Let's
Dynamite.
see. Okay, who's sharing? It's Temi, yeah?
Oji,
Yes, Mohammed.
I just wanted to say thank you, and thank
You're welcome,
you
Mohammed.
to everyone else as well. I just got to literally get ready for work, and I've got a night shift. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening, everyone. Bye.
All right. Hi,
Bye.
Temi. Hello, Temi.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry.
No problem. Okay, so also your stories are uncommitted. Okay, let's go to the right just to see. Okay, your QAs have what they're doing. Okay, you have stories in QA done. Okay. All right, so the stories in QA, your QA done. Okay, you don't have UAT. Oh, your DAs have their own column. Okay, that's
Yes,
fine.
they have
Yeah,
the
that's fine. Okay, so yeah. The stories in QA done, was it done? You had your DSU today, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so the story in QA done, was it there during your DSU?
Yes, it was there, but it has been there for a while now.
Okay, so what do you think as a Scrum Master you need to
Yeah, I
do?
need to ask the QA to move it to, I think, the BAs, they need to put it in UAT.
Okay,
Right?
so
Yeah.
well done. So you need to let your BAs know that there is a story in QA done that needs their attention, so that they can move it into UAT and do UAT on it. Okay?
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. Okay, so all right, let's go back to let's go to your sprint.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. All right, let's go to the task board. Sorry, let's go back to your capacity. Sorry, my eyes caught something now. Okay, so Deborah is who in your team?
She's an HSM. Sorry, QA.
All right, so put her activity there. Done. Okay, also for your team members that are not like your Scrum Masters, your BAs, you can actually add their details here also. Put their activities there. You're not just going to give them any capacity because they are part of the sprint. Yeah.
Okay.
But you're not just their own capacity will just remain 0. And I can see 2 testers that don't have capacity.
They have not yet given us the capacity.
Okay. All right. So you can add the others, like I said, but their own capacity will just be 0. It won't add anything. Once it's 0, it won't add anything to your chart.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go to the task board. Okay, because you didn't save the.
I didn't. Let me just.
Yeah. Okay, so let's scroll down.
All right, that's it.
That's funny. On your main board, you have stories in QA, and there are no tasks raised at all.
I don't understand.
Sorry?
I didn't get what you said.
You know, when we were on the main board, we saw stories in QA done, isn't it?
Yes.
That the PAs are meant to do UAT on.
Yes.
So that means the developer and the QA that worked on that particular story didn't raise any task against it.
Which column is it supposed to be on?
Okay, you know what? Let's go back to the main board and check the name of that story so that once we come back here, we'll know. Because I think I saw some tasks on it, on those stories. Okay, let's scroll to the. Okay, so
that's login 5499.
There's stories there now. I know what's happening now. So most of the stories that you spilled over from your sprint 2 into sprint 3, they are still in sprint 2. Can you see them?
Yes.
So you need to move them to sprint 3, or else they won't show on your sprint board.
Oh, how do we
okay,
do
so
that?
Don't move it from there. If you move it from there, the story will move, the task will move. Go to view as backlog. At the top, you can see view as backlog. Click on that.
It's taking forever. Okay.
Okay, let's close this planning. Okay, so scroll to the right a bit. More to the right. Okay. There should be some stories in sprint 2 if you scroll down. You've got loads of stories in your sprint. So all the stories that are in sprint 2, they need to go to your sprint 3.
Okay.
And all your DA stories, okay, well, leave them. Maybe they wanted. Is it an agreement that your DA story shouldn't go on the sprint?
I asked the DAs, they just said they're just practicing, that they don't use it for anything. That was what.
Do they attend your sprint DSU?
Yeah, they attend.
And they give updates?
No. Yeah, they give updates that they're just doing practicing on their software, Tableau, and the rest.
Okay, so
Excel.
if they are working during the sprint, because when they go out there to work and they are working with Scrum, they will need to give updates and they need to learn how to do it the proper way.
Okay, so they need
Even
to.
if they are practicing with what they are doing, whatsoever they've done previously and what they intend to work on that day, they should be able to give updates on it and they should be able to create a task also. So I understand what they're saying is they're practicing. What is that practice that you're doing? So if it is, oh, I'm creating data using Tableau, they have to create a task. Do you understand? To that effect, and it has to show because they are working on the sprint. They are working in the team. They give updates, don't they, at the end of the sprint?
Yes.
To do presentation also. Yeah, so they should be able to talk about what they are doing also, because that's the way they would learn when they go out there to say that you know, when you work with even though we're DAs, there's projects that are DA related projects that uses either Kanban or Scrum, and you still do your DSU and you still give updates. So they still need their work to be shown on the sprint board also. So what we're going to do here, all the stories that are in sprint 2 and their own story, the DA story, you can move them to sprint 3 so that all the works are showing on your sprint board.
Okay.
So how you do that is if you highlight on, no, don't go back there, don't worry. If you highlight on any one of them, okay, let's do this, Temi. You know where you have project settings?
Yes.
Let's close that panel so that you have more. Okay, now we have a better view of your board. Okay, so yeah, you can do a bulk one. Do you know how to do the bulk one, or do you want to be doing it one by one?
I think allow me to sort of once.
Okay.
Select.
So you shift and then page down. Once you are light on it, yeah, page down. So everyone you want to change. Okay, go on. Okay, be careful that you don't pick anything that is in BA or new. You've picked some stories that are in the state they are in is anything BA or new. Don't pick them if we have to jump. Okay, all these ones are in sprint 3 already, so don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. Let's go to where we have the start of the sprint 2. Yeah, so start with the one in 14, isn't it? No, 15. Oh, it's opened it. Don't worry, you can close it when it opens. Yeah, okay.
What about BA done? No.
It's not in sprint.
In dev, right?
So do those ones first.
Okay.
And then we will move all the works that are in sprint up. Don't worry.
I can't remember.
Move to iteration. Just yeah.
Current sprint.
Then your
right?
sprint 3. Yes, pick your sprint 3. Okay. All right. So what you can do now, anything in sprint 2 or that is DA related, let's click down on it and drag it up. Let them go to 22. You can do it one by one if you don't want it to mess things up for you.
Should drag it up.
Let it be under 2022 because we've stopped at 21. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So anything that is being worked on, there is another story in 25 in dev as part of the data won't be 23. Oh, let it be yes. Okay, so scroll down and look at other ones. Do we still have anything? Okay, yeah, that's fine. All the other ones in BA, they shouldn't be there. So those two that we've moved up now, do you want to scroll all the way down so that we're sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's still one at the bottom.
Yeah.
You still have a lot of bugs that need to go up also.
Okay.
Okay, so for these bugs, are they being worked on? Did your team agree during your sprint planning that all the bugs are going to go into sprint 3 also?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so move them up also so that we take all of them to sprint 3. That means your team has a lot of things to do in sprint 3.
Yes. The QAs, yeah. A lot.
Okay, is moving all the stories. Just click up. Okay, so you click down on it and drag it up. So it's just taking one thing up. Yeah, go on. Okay, do you know where you dropped it? So if you're taking it up and it gets stuck, drop it where you are, and then scroll up, and then you can pick it from there and take it up again. You can drop it there, Okay, so scroll up, and then you can now take it to yes. Once it gets stuck, just drop it, and then scroll up, and then pick it and take it to where it should be again. Okay. Okay, so is that all the things that needs to move? Okay, good.
Yeah.
So let's take all those ones into sprint 3 now. Remember, the BA stories are not going in.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a DA done that needs to be in sprint also. Okay, that BA story, let's take it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be anywhere where the BA things are. Yeah, you can drop it there. So that at least we know everything at the top is what is in the sprint.
Okay.
Wow, that's a lot. I wonder what your total story point is. Okay, yeah, so at least if we go on the board now, we should see everything. If we go on your sprint board, all these should be there now. Now let's go on the sprint board. Okay, if you scroll down now, everything should be showing now in your yes. So everything has moved from sprint 2 now
Yeah.
over to this sprint, and you can see the task that has been created your the people that created it, they estimated it in hours. That was what I was trying to show Mohammed. So if we go on your own dashboard, your capacity should be showing the right thing. And you can see your developer's story. Did you see what I said? What's his name? Mohammed's developer should have done. You put a dev dash sign up. So I know that Rita is a developer with that. Okay. And then the manual testing also, you can see that he's put it there that is a task for manual test. And he's put the estimation. And then the story for automation also, the task, sorry, not the story, the task for automation for sign up is created it, even though it's still in to do. Yeah, it's created it also. I wonder why did your team have in progress and active? What's the difference?
Yeah, I think we were meant to close the active one. It was
Okay.
like I think Olawumi just used the board to explain how to create column. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it will be better to close it because it can be confusing when you say active in progress.
Yeah, please, can you put me, because I've been trying to delete.
Okay, so if you go on you have the cog on your right at the top beside the funnel, the next one to the funnel. Yeah, click on that. Okay, go to where you have there's no, okay, close this one. This one I just have. Then click on the one that has like a ring. Click on, no, not that one. Not that one. Not the next one. Yeah, click on view options. Let me see the options you have. It doesn't have, there should be one that has column options. Okay, click on your 3 dots in front of new work item. Column options. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, so if you go to active and delete it.
Oh, really?
Okay. Okay, there's a work item there. If you move, okay, so let's cancel it first. Let's move that work item back to in progress.
Okay.
No, you're taking, don't go to another column. Let it be underneath, exactly underneath.
This, right?
Yeah,
In progress.
so that it doesn't enter another column.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. So just scroll up and down. There are still some tasks inactive. That's why you have 6 hours there. You go down, it should still, yeah. So let's just take them back to in progress. You've moved it to another column. That was what I was trying to say. That has gone into another column.
Oh.
It should, no, you're taking it up.
Where should it go to? In progress, right?
No, take it to the next column at the bottom.
This?
Not there, down, the next one.
This.
Yes, that's where it's meant to be. Okay, so don't drag it again. Let's just open where it has the states.
Sorry, is there a reason for the column where it's supposed to be?
Yeah, because it's a tax that is meant for a particular story. So if you don't put it in the right column, it moves. That means you're moving it away from that story.
Wow.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I get
okay.
it.
All right. So click down on your active. No, don't just open active. Open where you have active.
This one.
Open it. Yeah. Okay. So you put it in progress. It will move there automatically by itself.
Oh. Okay.
And it will follow the right. It will go to the right place where it's supposed to go to.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you scroll down, there is another one.
Okay.
So everything inactive is out. So we can close it now. We can remove it.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not allowing us to close it. Let's see. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So.
Oh, it's still there.
It's still there.
It's still there. It's still there.
Okay, go to that column itself. You know, right now to do is okay, yeah, now so is now let's delete it. Let's do the delete again. See if now that we've moved to where it is. No, you can't delete it from there. It won't allow you to delete it from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you delete from there, what's it saying? Click on delete. What's it saying?
It's saying six active work items or tasks are not mapped to any column.
Because the state is still, the state mapping is still, oh no, we're in closed now. We're not in active anymore.
Yeah, it's gone now, but when we close it again.
When you close it, yeah, because we didn't save it, so it will keep coming back until you save it.
It's not highlighted, yeah.
Yeah. So why specify the state this column map is into? Okay, leave it for now. I will look into that one. That's Dynamite board, isn't it?
Dynamite, yeah.
Yeah, we might need to go to your process configuration to remove it from there for now. But just tell your team members not to put anything in active. In progress and active are the same. Ade? Hi, Ade.
I want to ask a question kind of completely different from the Azure. So I was wondering, what's the bug cycle?
So it depends on the team. While you're having your team chatter, those are part of the things you're supposed to agree on. How do you want your bug life cycle to be? Once you create it, it's part, like I said, it's part of your chatter. So that would be your bug process, really. Your bug life cycle and your bug process are the same. So once you create it, is it that your critical ones are dealt with, are resolved during the sprint? Your high ones, you want to resolve it during the sprint. Your medium, you want it to go into the next sprint. Your low severity, you want them to go into the backlog. And then another life cycle you might have for your bug is at a particular time when you look into your backlog, you see that you have loads of bugs there. You want to do a bug triage, especially when it's kind of affecting things you're working on. What you're working on depends on those bugs being resolved before you can go ahead with the story that you're working on. You want to do a bug triage and decide that, okay, the next sprint we're going into, you, the developer, the QAs, and your product owner are able to do a bug triage to say, okay, all these bugs and all that, they need to go into sprint. And there are some bugs that have their own life cycle. So normally any bugs you raise on a particular story, maybe when the QAs are testing that particular story, that's when they raise that bug, yeah? Those bugs might not have a life cycle of their own, as they're not independent, because they're dependent on that particular story. So a story you might not take a story to John column because there's still a bug, there's a defect on that particular feature or functionality, so it won't take it all the way there. But there are times also when a particular bug is independent on its own. So I'm a tester, I'm carrying out a test on the environment in relation to a story. I found a bug that has absolutely nothing to do with the functionality or feature that I'm testing, but I noticed it. It might be a wrong pronunciation, a wrong spelling of a particular word and all that. And if you leave it, it goes live, it escapes to the live environment. So you want to raise it and then make the developer or the whole team aware that while I was doing another test entirely, I found this on the board and I've raised it. Okay, so that particular bug that you raised, that you found on the website and you raised, is standing on its own, is an independent bug on its own. So that one might have its own life cycle and might have an estimate on it. why you don't estimate bugs that you raise from a story is because whatsoever estimate you've made on that particular story, there's been an overview that while you're testing your story point as a QA, you've put that in onto that particular story. So if you've raised the bug from a particular story and you estimate that bug that you've raised, you're doing double estimation. That's why you don't estimate a bug that you've raised from a story that you are testing. But if it's independent, it doesn't have a particular story to you found it on the website while you're doing a particular thing, that's an independent bug that both the QA and the developer can estimate, maybe either one or two, depending on how big it is to resolve it, and then they're able to work on that. Is that clear, Ade?
When the QAs raise a bug,
I can't hear you again, Ade. Hello. Hi, Ade, we've lost you. I can't hear you. Okay, let's go ahead. Ade, if your audio comes back, please go ahead with your question, yeah? Okay, so let's go on your dashboard now and see your metrics. Okay, so you can see your own capacity charts. Yeah, you know, when we were looking at Mohammed's team, because there was no estimation to the task that were on the board, we couldn't see this green line that we're seeing on your own. But right now, what yours is showing is the total capacity for the team is 156 hours for the whole 2-week sprint. And out of that, 25, it says you can see 25 of 165. So 25 out of it has been that has been estimated. Okay. So that's what you have there for your team. And it will show green. The more they are estimating the story, the more that bar will start getting full. So the where you have the black line on that here, that is where your 156 hours should get to. So if this green bar coming gets to that black line, if it crosses it a bit, the whole green turns red. And what that is saying is that you are overestimating your task. Okay. So your 156 hours stops where that black line is. And like I said, if they start estimating all their stories and it goes beyond 156, that green bar is going to turn red. And that what that should tell you as the Scrum Master, if you're monitoring your dashboard, is that they've overestimated. Okay. So definitely then you'll have to call them. It's either because there's too much story, yeah, on the sprint, and that has brought about that. And for you to remove any story from sprint, you have to speak to your PO. Your PO is the only person that can give approval for stories to be removed from sprint. Okay. So that has to do with all the teams coming together to look at. Yours is to flag it up, and theirs is to either reduce the hours because they're just getting used to it. So maybe they are overestimating the task, or like I said, you have too much story on the board, more than your capacity to work on for the 2 weeks.
Good evening.
Hi. Okay. Hi, Ade. We can hear you now.
Yes. Okay. I was asking that when the bug is raised by the QA, does it move to new or does it move to in depth?
Once they create it, it goes to new. They are the ones that now move it to where it should be. So like I said, if they feel is a showstopper, is critical, yeah.
Okay.
Once they
Yes.
raise it, most times once you raise it and you click on the state in order to move it to in-dev, it won't allow you because it's a new work item that is being created. So they can click on where you know where you have save and close. There's a drop down beside it that says save without closing. So they can save it. And once they've done that, they go back to that state, they click on the drop down, it gives them all the columns. And then they pick the developers column and put it in there.
All right.
Most times when you create when QAs create bugs, they create it, they save it, and they leave it. They don't know it goes into the backlog. To them, it's gone to the developer. Now the developer, is not the developer's job to go into the backlog and start looking for bugs. It's like you working in an office. Anything that is not in my entry, you don't want me to work on it. That's what those columns represent. So anything you want the developer to work on, any bug you create and you want the developer to work on, you put it back into in-dev. But like I said, normally once you create it, you create and you save. They don't know that the state takes it back into the backlog. So Scrum Masters, that's another coaching you need to coach your QAs. That when they create a bug and they want the developer to work on it during the sprint, yeah, they need to put the severity there. And also they need to, once they save it, they shouldn't save and close. There's a drop down beside that. If they click on that drop down, they can save, then go back to the state and then click in-dev. So that takes it back to the developer to work on.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so Temi, let's scroll down. Okay, so you didn't set any sprint goal, because that's what your dashboard is saying. Scroll up.
Yes, we are yet to do it.
Second day of sprint. Your PO and your BAs, they should talk. And another reason, another issue why you have there is because you have loads of stories in your sprint.
Yes.
You've got so much. So you might want to arrange a kind of a three-amigo. That's Scrum Masters. Get your PO, get your BA, and your developer, and even your QAs into a meeting. It could be an ad hoc meeting. You can decide to use part of your daily Scrum to do that, and collaborate. Look at all those stories. There's a lot of them. I doubt I don't know, even if you are Superman, I don't think you'll be able to finish all those stories and those works during this sprint. So it's better for you to just reduce it, because I think what happened was you had loads that you're spilling over from sprint 2 to sprint 3. Yeah. And then you now had a lot again added in sprint 3. So normally what happens is, if you have loads of stories that you're spilling from one sprint into the other sprints, you want to look at those ones first. Ask the PO, all these stories from sprint 2, are they going into sprint 3? If the PO said yes, and then if there a lot of them already, okay, so this is where you as the Scrum Master, you negotiate with the PO in order to shield your team. Yeah. Okay. So if let's assume that we have 10 stories already from sprint 2 that we're spilling over to sprint 3, and the PO is saying, oh, you're going to take 5 more in. Do you think, as a Scrum Master, do you think your team will be able to do 15? You're looking at your velocity. What is the average velocity telling you? And you're looking at the story points you have on all the 10 itself. Those 10 stories are enough for one sprint on its own. So you're able to use your negotiating skills to speak to your PO. Yeah, to say, if we're spilling all this over, I don't think the team has the capacity, you understand, to be able to add more to the sprint. And then the PO now is able to agree to say, okay, so because you have a lot you're spilling from sprint, previous sprints, let's work on that this sprint. And that helps you to put a focus on your goal, kind of. Okay. So it's still not too late, because it's just 2 days to the sprint. Yeah. Just maybe when you meet tomorrow, you might, I know your PO doesn't come to all your daily stand-up, but you can get her in because you know what you want to do. And like I said, the PO is the only one that has the authority to remove a story from Sprint. So you as a team can't do your daily stand-up and say, it's too much, let's remove this and this and this. Because the PO is the one that will look at the priority to say, okay, so based on what, the negotiation you've made, okay, I see reason with it, it's too much and everything and all that. So what do we want to descope out of that sprint? So the PO is the only one that can say, okay, so this one is of low priority, let's take this out, let's take this out, let's take this out. Oh, these ones are of high priority. Stakeholders expect us to, expect to see an increment from these at the end of the sprint. So let's take those in and everything. So you should facilitate that. Reach out to your PO, let your PO know ahead of time, because that's the first person you want to bring into that meeting. And when she says, oh yes, I'm able to meet with you people tomorrow in order to look at that and everything, notify the team on your platform to say that you, as Scrum Masters, you've looked at all those stories. There's a lot of them, and you don't think with the capacity that you have, you're able to finish it. You should be able to use your metrics, to do that. And I'll tell you how to do it. If you have your velocity, I'm not sure if you've created your velocity chart. Your velocity will tell you what your average velocity is. So this is your burn down. Let's look for your velocity chart. Okay, so this is your velocity, and you can see, what's your velocity saying? What's your average velocity?
Average velocity is saying 4.
Yeah, so he's looked at the way you worked during your sprint 1 and sprint 2. You can see you completed very low stories, and he's saying that averagely you should be able to take in just 4 stories. And how many stories do you have?
Wow.
Do you see? And these are what you use as a Scrum Master to negotiate with the PO. To say even the velocity is saying averagely we should be able to take 4. Well, okay, and you know that, okay, as a team, we have, how many keywords do we have? Yeah, to be able to say that even if we say each keyword is going to work on 2 stories, that's the 4. Okay, so definitely your PO doesn't want to hear that you are only taking 4 stories in, but at least you can negotiate for 8. So let's look at your sprint burn down and see how many stories you have in the sprint. Okay, so this is still showing sprint 2. So let's configure it to show us sprint 3. Ade, is this the legacy hand or
No,
or
another
is it one?
question.
Another question. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we found out that the BAs created a duplicates what's it called? Story, user story.
Sorry, Ade, sorry. Okay, do the date, and then before you do the dates, let's do the criteria. Where you have add criteria. Yeah. Pick iteration path for your field. Scroll. Yeah. And then pick the value as your current sprint. Sprint 3, yeah. Okay, and then set the date. Yes, go ahead, Ade.
All right. So we found out during our sprint planning that the BAs created a duplicates user story. So do we delete one since we've already worked on it? Like we created 2 footers and we had already worked on one previously. So should we delete or should we just leave it there for the record?
You can remove. There's no need for record.
Okay. All right. Thank
you.
you.
Where they have the state, where you have the state mapping, there's remove there. So just do remove.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so let's save it. Did you pick sprint 2 or 3?
Sprint, I picked 3.
3, okay, yeah, that's fine then.
I think
it's 2 that is showing now.
Yeah, it's saying
it's 3.
2003. Yeah, it's 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It keeps going back to 2. See?
Dynamite Scrum 2023.
Oh,
It's like,
there's.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not in the book.
All
I
right.
was also confused. Yeah.
And we've saved it with. Okay, so can you see how many PBIs you have in the sprint? 23, but our velocity is saying averagely should be the way you're working. So what your velocity is looking at the pace at which the team worked during the first sprint, second sprint, and is giving you a calculation, a forecast to say going forward, you should be with the way you're working, with the pace at which you're working, and what your the completed work you have at the end of those sprints. Going forward, you should just work on 4 stories. That's why it says average velocity 4 stories. Yeah, but you have 23.
Okay.
So that's why I said you can negotiate. You can show your PODs. Yeah.
Okay.
Do a one-on-one with your PO. Bring them on the board. Show them what the metrics are saying, and that helps to reduce whatever you need to take into sprints. Okay. And then maybe when you can get your PO, your BA in that first meeting you want to have, and then let the PO go on the board with the BA to say, okay, so based on that, we can reduce this, and this, and then you give the team updates that you show them also, so that they are aware of what you're using. You're not just being, how will I put it now, having kind of a magical foresight to say, oh, we won't be able to finish. You're using a metric in order to monitor the work progress, and also to make sure that they are working the way they should. So we're supposed to be working incrementally, do small chunks of work, finish it during a sprint, add increments. Yeah, that is Agile, that is Scrum. And you want to keep to that. And you can see that with this load of work that has been committed, even you yourself know that this can't be completed during the sprint. And you don't want to form a pattern of spilling over all the time. So why don't we reduce it to what the team capacity can do? Yeah.
Okay.
Rather than take everything along, when we know, even within ourselves, that with the capacity we have, we can finish all those things that are in the sprint already.
Now I get it very well now. Understandable now. Okay.
Okay, so for other teams, I'm not sure. I know Mohammed is not here, but for Mohammed's team, Temi, if you can scroll up, I just want to show them that the second chart that has the capacity. You know, this one. While we're looking at the Twilight board, we couldn't see any block. Yeah, and that, like I said, that's because most of the stories, the tasks have not been estimated in hours. But you can see for Dynamite, because they have theirs estimated, some of them, not all, estimated in hours. That's why we can see that little block that we have on the chart. So the more stories that are estimated, the more that block keeps going up. The more stories, no, not stories, sorry, the more tasks that are estimated in hours, the more that block increases. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Good evening. Another question.
Okay.
Yeah. The BA's
And then with all
noticed.
this your question, I should get a second job.
Okay.
Go ahead.
While the BAs were working in UAT, they noticed a defect. Should they move the story to in-depth, or do they need to wait for the QA to move it, or do they just
They take the
write
story
a
back
comment?
to the QA, because that is something the QA should have picked up. So they move the
Okay.
story back to in QA, and in the discussion column of that story, they
Yes.
put the reason why they're doing that back to them.
All right.
And it's
Okay.
something also they can notify them during the DSU also,
All
even
right.
after they've done that. Okay, so the QAs now do it might be something they missed. So why they're taking it back to the QA is so that the QA now, if they check also and they found that, oh, this is true, they're able to raise a bug for the
All right.
developer to work in. That's why they take it to the QA and not to
Okay.
the developer, because the developer will be wondering, I've worked on this story, why is it coming back? But if the
Okay.
QA, they take it back to the QA, The keyword
Okay.
checks if it's a defect, raise a bug for the developer to fix it.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
I think that's all the questions I have.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Dynamite. I think you okay. So if you scroll down to where we have that one down. Okay, so you can see that all those stories we moved from sprint 2 to sprint 3 is why you have that second bar going higher than what you planned.
Okay.
Okay. So by the time you have that can still come down, but like I said, by the time you negotiate
That
with
would
your PO and she takes some of the stories off the sprint, so that could come down. But like I said, have a meeting with your PO and see how that goes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
we are next.
Okay, next.
Should we share now? Can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
All right.
Okay.
And that's our
All right. Let's go to the right.
okay to the right.
All right. Yes. Stop. Let's see what.
I think we have the same problem.
Okay, loads of stories also.
Yeah, in sprint 2.
And there's 3 stories in sprint, so don't worry, we'll move them.
Mhm. Most of the stories are still sprint 2.
Are still in sprint 2. Okay, did you commit? Okay, all the 7 stories in committed columns are the stories from that you moved into sprint.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have
Yeah.
about 8 stories, 8 work items. Let me put it that way, not just stories alone, but stories and bugs. You have 8 before you had your sprint planning.
Exactly.
There are even stories from your sprint 1 concept. I can see the first story in QA is from sprint 1.
Yeah, like that's okay. Do I
Okay, let's
remember?
go. Let's still scroll to the right. Let me see what we have on all the way to done. Okay, so your DAs also have work that okay. Okay. All right. So let's view as a backlog, just like we did with Timmy, so that we can move all those stories. View as a backlog is at the top of your no.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, don't worry. That's fine. It's here also, so that's fine. So close your planning. And then okay, so let's scroll down, let me see. Okay, all the stories that are in sprint 2, let's move them up so that we can do bulk moving. All
Okay.
those bugs, all your bugs that are in new, they are in sprint 2, but you can see they are in the backlog, even though it's in sprint 2. So that's part of what I was explaining to Adi right now, that if they are in the backlog in new, the developer won't see them to work on them, and you'll be wondering, oh, you've not fixed the bug, but they can't see the bug because it's in the backlog, it's not in their column for them to be able to pick it and work on it.
So where should I put it now?
You can put it anywhere. Okay, you have to put it anywhere you have sprint 2 so that we do them together.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Put it at the top of that new, that one in 12. Let it go here. So all the other ones you're moving, let them be coming beneath that one you just moved now.
Okay.
That's another one. That's another one from sprint.
I think this is the last one.
Yes. Okay. Do you know
Okay.
how to do bulk movie?
I've never tried it. I've seen people try it, but I've never tried it on my own. So.
All right, so let's go to where you have the stories.
Okay.
Okay.
Should I
So
rearrange them?
yes.
Because they are scattered.
Yeah,
They have
all the
two.
ones in sprint 1 and 2, just bring everything together so that we can do all of them together. Even that one in sprint 1, yes.
Yeah, or just put this below.
Okay, so all
Yes,
the ones
sprint.
at the top are in sprint 3. So from where you have sprint 2, which is from number 7.
Hey, sorry, I opened the
Don't worry, that's fine.
Yeah, from air.
Okay, yes. So don't put it on any of the wordings. Okay, so do shift on your keyboard.
Yeah.
And page down. You know where the page down arrow is?
Yes.
Okay, so start paging down.
Page down.
Yeah, you know there is on your right, the right side of your keyboard at the bottom, you have page up, page down.
Okay.
Arrow.
Yeah.
So remember, press down on your shift key and then okay, good. So stop where you have the sprint 1. Okay. The ellipses of any one of them. Go to the ellipses of any one of them. Okay, click it. And look for move to iteration, move them to your sprint. Oh, you still have your sprint. You don't have your sprint 3 yet?
Yeah, there it is.
No, it's showing your current sprint as sprint 2. Can you see?
And that was a mistake. Because the date is okay.
Yeah, so we need to rectify that. Try and put it in sprint 3. Put it in sprint 3, but you need to go and change that. Click on sprint 3, let's see. Yeah. So it's picked sprint 3, but let's go on your sprint and see what's happening there. Okay, go to taskboard. Don't worry about the background. So you didn't move anything to sprint 2. You didn't work on sprint 2. This is what this is saying. You know, we've moved everything now.
Yeah.
That's why it's calling your sprint 2 the current one. So let's go to, you know where you have sprint 2 at the top with the drop down beside it. Click on it. That's what he's seeing now as your current sprint. Today is so you've not set your sprint 3. Has it not been set?
We did that yesterday. I'm wondering what's going on.
Because your current sprint should be sprint 3, not sprint 2.
Yeah.
And it's showing July 10 to July 23. Okay, let's go to your project settings. Okay, and then go to team configuration on your left panel. Go down. No, not that one. Team configuration, you've passed it. Click on that. Go to iterations at the top. Yeah, go on. Okay, so see, your sprint 3 is not set. Can you see it doesn't have a date? So highlight it. Go to the dots beside it. Edit. Put the date. No, don't change that. That's fine. It's just the date you need to put.
Which is
Monday 24th, yes. So August 6th, not 4, 6. Okay, save and close. So another time when you have time in your hands, Scrum Master, you can set all the dates. You know the next 2 weeks will be for sprint 4, the next 2 weeks. So you can come and settle the date here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to the sprints now. We should be able to see your. So the green box on the far end. Yeah. Sprint. Okay, so you can see what we set now. All the things are now coming into your sprint 3. You can see that your sprint 3 is showing now. So that will be your current sprint. Now, if you click on that drop down, that is what you will see now as your current sprint. Your sprint 3, you see, is moved from sprint 2 to sprint 3. Yeah. So you have to set your sprint. It's part of what you do before your sprint planning. You set your board. That's how you set your board. Just put the dates there and everything so that once the story have been moved into sprints, they come here. You're able to see them here. Okay. So for you also, if you scroll down, okay, so you need to tell your developers, okay, so we have one task, but it's not estimated in hours. So you need to tell your developers and your QAs during your DSU tomorrow. Tell them they need to create their task and estimate it in hours against any story that they're working on.
Sorry, the developers, we don't have access to the developers that easily, but we'll try. But the testers are all usually
So your developers, if they don't come to the DSU, that's fine. They still work, isn't it? Even if they don't come to the DSU. So once they come on the board to do what they need to do, they can do that. So you can tell them that anytime they go on the board, can they please can they please create their task against the stories and estimate it in hours? Yeah. And then all the bugs.
Sorry, come again. Let me just write that down.
Okay, they need to, once they come on the board to work, they need to create their task against the story they're working on and estimate it in hours. They will know what to do, don't worry.
Their task. They need to create their task in what?
Create their task and then estimate it in hours. So if you know their names also, you can tag them.
Okay.
Yeah. So once you tag them, what that helps them is they have a dot on their either their device to know that, oh, there's a message waiting for me. Yeah.
Okay.
And that helps them to check it on time also.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So we have some your bugs are still in new. They are not on the, if we go on the board now, they are not on the developers column. So you can change that here. So check on all the bugs. If they are in new, put them in dev and let the developers know that all the bugs created during sprint 2 have been moved into their column. That's another thing you need to let them aware of.
Okay, so I should move them to in progress.
No. Where you have new, you know where that state, the bug, no, that go to where new is on that bug. State. Don't
okay, state. Okay, new.
So okay, click on it. Take it to in dev. There's no in dev there. Okay,
no,
don't worry. Don't worry, we'll go on the main board. That means we're going to pick them or open it. Now, even if we open it, it won't move. Don't worry. Do me a favor. Can you write down all the ID numbers for the bugs? So when we're picking them from your backlog. Oh, sorry, John. John, click on that new again. Click on the new again.
Okay.
Do we have committed there?
Committed, yeah.
Yeah, put them on committed. They will pick it from committed.
Okay.
So check again any other bugs you have in that place. I think we moved about, is it 4 bugs or so? Yeah. So just put all of them in committed. And notify them also through that through the, what is it called, that you're going to send to them, the message you're sending to your.
This is active.
Okay, that's active. We need to see where it is on the main board itself.
Okay, so I should leave it as active.
Let's look at the number for the ones that are active. What's the number?
Okay.
Write it down. We'll go and check on the board where it is.
Keep it.
Yeah. So the one at the bottom, 5573, is saying new. So let's move that to committed.
5485 is active.
Okay.
And which other one?
5573 is new. So move that one to committed.
Okay.
5576 is which one?
5576
is at the bottom.
No.
I've just seen it now at the bottom.
Okay, it's committed already.
Okay, so all those ones. Okay, so let's just scroll up and see the other ones. Okay, that's all. Yeah. Okay, so you know that on this board now, you're reaching out to, like I said, you're reaching out to your developers to tell them to. You can do the same for your keyways also. You can tag all your keyways and tell them that they need to come on the sprint board to create their task and estimate it in hours. Yeah. Do it
with the developers and the QAs.
Both of them.
Okay.
But I would advise tag their names, tag them. So you're tagging them in the same email. You just tag. If you click on tag, it shows the person's name. You pick that one, you do comma, you tag another person. So tag all of them and then I'll tell them what you want them to do. Okay. So that this is done before your DSU.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't leave it until the DSU for even the QAs. Yeah. So let everybody know that they need to do that prior to the next DSU that you have to do. So let's go and check that one that we saw active on. Do you remember the number, the bug?
Yeah, it's 5485.
All right, let's go to the main board and see where it is.
Which is this? Just to double check.
5485, yeah. Total board. Okay. All right. Let's go to your main board now. No, not that one, not that one. The second one, yes. So we can see that the stories are still, can you see that they are still in the backlog?
Yes.
Okay, so we need to move them to, let's go down. I think the ones the ones we did committed to, they've moved to committed column already.
Okay, but there's still another bug here.
We still have some. Yeah, so if you click on where you have the state and do committed, let's see if that moves it. But that one is not in sprint though. Don't move it to committed. It's not in sprint.
Okay.
It's a bug, but it's not in sprint. So that's another thing you want to agree tomorrow during your daily scrum. The severity is medium.
Oh yeah. So, I think we moved it on purpose. It was a blocker.
Amanda.
Sorry, I wanted to say something. Sorry, guys. Sorry, John. I think this one is the one we set up when we started using the Azure. Like, Thingoji, you did this one. Like, this is, I don't know, when we set up the Azure, but then we're doing, you know.
So that is a bug for the Scrum Masters, not the developer.
Okay, so it's not the real
project thing. Board not properly set up. Your project board is properly set up now, so that can go to, you can close it and take it to John so that it's not confusing. Because once it's a bug, it looks as if it's something the developer should work on.
Done.
Yeah, so you can close it. No, close is what you want to do.
Okay, closed.
Check the title also. It didn't close.
Yeah, gone. Yeah, it's gone. It's closed.
It's gone. Okay. Okay, so once it's closed, you should just go all the way to, all right. So let's check that we have the right bug for the developers or else. Invalid detail bug. Okay, so this is something that the developer should work on. So let's move this one to committed the state. Let's change it to committed. Okay, that's gone to committed. Is that all the bugs we have in the backlog then? Let's check.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, that's fine. So let's just double check and check the committed column to see that we've got bugs there. How many do we have there now?
Oh, okay. We
So
have,
once we move to committed,
yeah, committed. We have 1, 2,
three.
3
Okay, that's
bugs.
fine. I know some are in depth. So because the person that picked work to do from committed is the developer, so they will find out those bugs there also. And my thing is, did we move them into sprint though? So your sprint is not showing on your bug. So you didn't open one of them, open that 5573. Just want to see if it's in sprint.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it's in sprint. So that means you didn't configure your bug card to show sprint. That's fine.
Wow, there's a lot to do.
Okay, so yeah, that's fine. So at least we've moved them in for them to see they're all in sprint.
Okay, but how can we configure the
You have to go on your cog.
on what?
Go to the top, the engine, the search that engine. Yes, click on it, and then go to fields. Okay, he's there already. Go to bug, because the bug is the one we want to add it's your iteration to. So scroll down and click on new field. New field. Okay, scroll down. No, not that one. It's at the bottom. What you just clicked on is at the bottom. Okay, open the drop down, put iteration path.
Iteration
Or
path.
start typing it to bring it up. Yeah, click on it, save and close. It should go on all your cards now. Okay, so check the box now, see if you have it on it.
Committed. Okay.
So do you have iteration path on your box now? Yeah, it's there. It's not just, if you look at the bottom, you can see iteration something.
Yeah, yes.
So, okay, another thing you didn't do is, let's go back to that cog again because it's meant to be showing there. Except if we didn't move those ones. All those ones you're looking at are in dev.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
So let's look at the ones in committed. The one we know the bugs.
Okay, they are.
You see they're in sprint 3. So
Okay,
that
they're
means
sprint 3.
the bugs in dev have not been moved into the iteration. They've not been moved into sprint 3. That's why you can't see sprint 3 on it. So if you open bug 5265.
5265.
Open it up. As you can see, it's not in sprint, but it's active. So you can move it to sprint. The severity is low, but is already in dev. That means the developer is working on it already. So where you have iteration and it's showing platinum team on your it's showing your area path.
Oh, where is that? Sorry.
Go up. Yeah, come down a bit where you have iteration. Okay, come to your left a bit. I can't see your cursor anymore. Okay, so where you are, yes, click on it.
Okay.
Yeah, click down there and take it to sprint 3. Save and close.
Okay, sprint close.
So it will just now be on your sprint board. So that means that wasn't showing on your sprint board before, even though the developer is working on it. The same goes for the second one.
Yeah, because all this would affect the capacity, right?
Yeah, so the same thing I told Tammy, you might have to end up doing with your team also. Okay, your bugs really might not affect your capacity because, like I said, they don't have story points of their. They will actually, because if they're going to work on them, they will. So if you go on your dashboard also, you also will be able to see the total work items you have in the sprint and the average that your velocity is telling you that you need to have. So click on overview and then you see your dashboard. The dashboard is at the bottom. Where you have overview. Overview.
yeah.
Yes. Okay, so you have not configured your burn down to reflect sprint 3. So do that.
Right.
Um,
John, I think you need to change the date.
Yeah. I was just checking. Did we add any
yes,
criteria?
go ahead, do it. Add criteria.
Yeah.
Activation path.
Iteration path.
Yeah, scroll down. Okay, pick the value.
Work item. Oh, okay. Sprint 3. Okay. Burn down.
Then the date. Set your date.
That is
24th of July to 6th of August. No, you've picked 6th of July, 6th of August. So go to the next month, yeah, and then pick the 6th. Okay, show completed work. Click on the show completed work one. Okay, save and close. Yeah. So again, you can see that it's telling you that the total work item you have is 12. Let's look at your velocity. What's your velocity saying? You have 3 sprints go. Okay, you can see your average velocity is saying 1. Okay, so definitely you know that the team can do more than 1, yeah?
Yeah,
but
sure.
they might not be able to do the whole 12 based on the way you've been working. That's what you want to pick from your velocity. So you as a team, you come together to agree to say, okay, we have velocity saying the average work item, average velocity for our work item is 1. Definitely we can do more than 1. But as a team, you feel you might not be able to complete the whole 12 based on the way you're working. Okay, so there is nothing wrong with the way your team is working right now. Yeah, they're just improving as they go along. This is sprint 3, but they need to pick up on their game. Okay, they need to pick up pace, the way they are working and all that. So you can negotiate also with your PO. Like I said, the PO is the only person that has the authority to remove stories from the sprint. So you can negotiate with them to say, with 12, you don't think the team will be able to complete. Some don't mind spilling into the next sprint, but it's just a bad practice. It's not one of Agile's best practices, but that's not the main reason. Main reason is for us to work incrementally, do a small bit of work, focus on the goal, finish it, go to the next bit to pick and work on. Yeah. So with that, yes. And you know that you are the evangelist for the process. So with that, you want to negotiate that with the PO. So you might end up taking in half of what you have already in sprint now. If at the end of the day you're able to finish that, so one of your negotiation would be to tell the PO that if we can reduce it to 6, work on 6. If we finish it before the end of sprint, we're able to take in more from. So you're not moving everything back to the backlog. You just leave them in the approved column, and ensure just advise that things are arranged in order of priority, the ones that are being moved back to the approved column, so that if the team finishes the 6 before the end of sprint, they can pick maybe the next top 2, which is priority, to work on, yeah, depending on where the team is during the sprint. But definitely, with the way you've worked in sprint 1 and sprint 2, that's 12. You'll be surprised that you might end up spilling all if majority of them. Yeah, so just
We
negotiate
pray
it out
that.
with your PO to make sure that what you have in committed right now is reduced, so that the team can focus on what they have in progress they are working on, with the intention of completing that.
Okay, thank you. But I think there was a repetition in the spring goal.
Yeah, just delete 2 of them and leave 1. That's all.
Okay, let me see to ensure that students are able to register.
They are saying the same thing. They will say the same thing. All
Yeah.
3 of them will say the same thing. So for you also, that you can see that your capacity for the sprint is 169, but because none of the there's no task that has been raised or estimated in hours, that's why you have that bar. Yeah, not showing any green on it.
Sorry, which one do you mean in the velocity?
Capacity, no, the one beside the goal. There's a little chart beside the goal. Have you seen it? Capacity chart?
Yeah.
Okay, you have even 2 of that, but one is from one is from the present. You have 2.
Yeah,
Oh no, sorry. One is your overview and one is so the one your cursor is, that's your capacity chart. That other one you're on, that is an overview of the sprint. So that tells you the work items you have and their state. Yeah, so there are 2 different charts.
Okay, so the one below shows.
That one is showing your overview, sprint overview.
Okay, we have 19 days
tells
left.
you the number of days you have, and then the number of work items. So the number of work items you have is 19.
Okay,
and as you can
we
see,
have
it's
11
telling
days
you that
left.
you have 11 days remaining. Yes.
And the other one shows.
That one is the one that shows your is your capacity chart.
Hours. Okay. And 18 in progress. Okay, thank you. We'll get more familiar with it with time.
With time, yes.
So what about our capacity? We planned it yesterday.
Yeah, it's there now. That's the one we've seen. The capacity chart, we saw it at the bottom now.
Yeah. Okay, this is for the team.
Yeah, that's your team members.
Okay. Right, thank you. Don't let me take too much. I will go and do our own research too.
All right. You're welcome. Do we have any? I think we've done 3 teams now. Can't remember. What's the 3rd team? We've done platinum. I think we've done all 4. Have we? Is there any team that has not shared their board? Hello, do we have any team that has not shared their board yet? Mohammed shared for Twilight, isn't it?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. See, the same thing I was saying is what Lola has put in the chat for you. She said, be careful of the amount of hours. Someone puts 10 hours for a task. You don't want to exceed your team capacity. Yeah. Like I said, if you estimate too much, it's gonna flag up. That chart will turn from green to red if you overestimate.
I'm just trying to check where. Okay, you mean here?
Yeah, I don't think it's for your team that she puts that for. I think she's put that for step, maybe for the previous team, yeah. Because you've not done estimation for any of your. They've not created the task and estimated it in hours yet. So I think it's for the previous team. It's for Timmy's team. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think all the teams have shown their board, if I'm right. I think so.
Okay. So the basically the highlight of this is that the QAs and the developers should
create their
task and estimate
and then
in
estimate
hours.
it in hours, yes.
Yeah, so that is what I've gotten out. the main thing we have to do to make sure our capacity planning is concluded.
And as Scrum Masters, now you know how to monitor your board and what your board tells you.
Yes. You just have to get
your charts are real time. So anything that is going on your board, your chart will be telling you also.
Yeah. God help us.
Don't worry.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Do
really
we have
appreciate it.
any question before we call it a day? Any question from anyone? Even if it's not related to the workshop, any question you have concerning maybe Scrum or Agile that you want to ask?
I just have a quick question.
Hi, Benjamin.
Hi. Okay, so the videos is going to be dropped on the group chat, right? Just want to confirm that, or
The video, definitely, yeah. Who is
this
recording?
particular one,
Let me just check who is recording so that's
like this particular video. I think this is.
It was Timmy that was recording earlier on.
who?
I think one Timmy. Yes, I think Timmy.
Timmy, okay, all right.
Yes,
Yes.
I don't know. You might have to confirm that, but I think she was
I
the
think
one
she's
that
still the
was.
one recording. Timmy, are
Yes.
you the one recording? Timmy there? Yeah, Timmy is the one recording. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. All
Okay,
right.
so she will drop it on the Telegram chat, right? All right, awesome.
Definitely,
No,
they'll
she's
put
not
it
supposed to
on.
drop. Sorry. Good afternoon. She's going to send it to me, then I'll upload it first to YouTube, then I'll now drop it on the Telegram chat.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone. Tell me if you can stop sharing. Sorry, stop recording.
Thank you so much, Moji.
All right, you're welcome.
I want to be like you when I grow up. Oh.
Okay.
And I'm sure many of us want to be like
Yeah,
you.
we can extend
I was where you are once
also.
also. That's why I told you earlier. Don't worry. It's a step at a time. You'll get there. You just feel it's overwhelming now, but you'll get there. It's a step at a time. Don't worry. You'll get there.